This is the Checka Pro Radio Show. Checka Pro Joe has assembled a team of pre-qualified home service contractors to bring you the latest in services, products, and techniques. Stand by for an informative hour of home improvement radio. Now, here's your host, the man with the hard hat and tool belt, Checka Pro Joe.
Cody Johnson from A1 Garage Door Service. It's so great to have you here on the Checka Pro Radio Show. How are you?
I am doing wonderful. Thank you for having me here.
So you've been in the garage door industry for decades, haven't you?
Well, now, come on. Now you're dating me. But yes, I have. I've been doing it for a couple decades.
Well, I am so glad that you've come to the Checka Pro Radio Show today because I'm excited and my listeners are very excited as well because you have brought a fantastic offer that can only be found here on Checka Pro Radio, correct?
Absolutely. You said bring a strong offer. I brought you the best one there is.
Okay, so here is the deal, everybody. I want you all to get ready because I'm going to be giving out the phone number in a moment. So, Cody, let me see if I've got this right. You have got an offer for my listeners, only $129 for a garage door tune-up. But there's more. You're going to be giving away 10 free rollers. That's a value of $350 for just $129?
Absolutely. Yes, Joe. So you said bring a strong offer, and that's what we're doing. Now, these aren't just builder-grade rollers. These are going to more than likely be 4-inch rollers that have nylon with ball-bearing rollers. These things are going to make your door a lot quieter and a lot smoother, and we're going to tune up the door. You know, we're going to make sure all the nuts and bolts are tight. We're going to oil all the hinges, the brand new rollers and the springs. And then on top of that, one thing I didn't tell you, a little bit of a secret, but it's not a secret anymore. We're also going to do a full 29-point safety and security inspection on that.
So it's not just the 129 garage door tune-up, but you're going to do the 29-point inspection. We're not going to go through each one of those 29 points, but can you go over like the top 3 or 4 that stick out in your mind?
Absolutely. I mean, I want you to kind of think of it like when you go to the doctor, they read your vitals, right? Mm-hmm. So that's really what we're kind of doing with the 29-point inspection. We're going to weigh the door. We're actually going to weigh the door, okay? So we're going to weigh the door. Hey, if it's less than 5 pounds, the spring's cleared. It's doing good. Great job. If the door weighs 50 pounds, which we've seen, the heaviest I've seen here is actually 95 pounds. That's scary. The door should not weigh 95 pounds. The springs are the muscle of the garage door. The door should weigh 5 pounds or less, just sitting there on the ground. So the opener safeties were at full blast. We're going to inspect the safeties of the opener. You can imagine this. If it's at full blast, what if it's hitting a bike or a kid or something? It's not stopping if it's at full blast. That's a dangerous thing. And we're going to inspect, the hinges and the cables and even the bottom rubber, at the bottom. Is there gaps underneath? Has it shrunk? Has it gotten rock hard? So, those are just a few of the 29 points that we inspect.
Absolutely. So 129 for a garage door tune-up, and you're going to get 10 free rollers, the best rollers you can get out there, a $350 value for 129. But wait, there's more. The 29-point inspection. Some of those points have already been discussed here with Cody and myself. One more thing that I didn't mention. Unfortunately, not everybody listening is going to be able to get this. So only 10 of my listeners are going to get this deal, so you've got to call now. Call 702-979-3139. That's 702-979-3139. If you're driving, we're going to give out the phone number again soon. I have a note right here, Cody, that says no high-pressure sales. Who wants to be sold, right? Don't we educate here on the show and then people make a decision to call you?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. There's no high-pressure sales. Our job is to go out there and make a friend. We're looking to make raving fans is really what we really want to do, Joe. We're going to go out there and we're going to outcompete everybody else. We're going to make a great relationship with the client. We really want you to refer us and give us a 5-star review afterwards.
You need to call right now. And by the way, there is no obligation to buy. You've got to call now to get your 129 garage door tune-up. And you're going to get 10 free rollers, ordinarily $350. Once again, only $129 today. That's an unheard of price. You're also going to get a 29-point inspection on your garage door, on the whole system. You're going to know everything about your garage door. The garage door is the front door to your home. Many people use it. It takes up a good 40% of most people's facades of the home. It should look good. It should operate well. It should be very safe. And you're going to find out how safe it is with your 29-point inspection. Basically, it's a free 29-point inspection when you buy the 129 garage door tune-up. And you're going to get the 10 free rollers. So call now, 702-979-3139. That's 702-979-3139. The phone number again, a little slower, 702-979-3139. Now, Cody, the 10 free rollers, these aren't those noisy ones. These aren't the plastic ones that just ride in there and have a lot of friction. I have rollers just like this on my garage door. These are nylon rollers, and it can take an average garage door and make it run like a Cadillac garage door, right? It's going to be quieter, smoother, and it's going to extend the life of the garage door.
Absolutely, absolutely. When I bought my house, I go out there, finally got moved in, and it took me all of 1 week to change those rollers. I hit the button, I'm hearing these squealing noise. Like some rollers, they're plastic rollers and they don't have any ball bearings. And so I want you to imagine like driving down the freeway with your emergency brakes on. You're like, well, something's not right. And they're just sticking in the track. Oh my gosh, I just changed them immediately. And so we put on nylon rollers with ball bearings so that way in the track they're actually rolling. What a concept. What a concept, right? And so now the door doesn't make as much noise, really no squealing at all. And the door's working a lot smoother, which helps prolong the life of the opener and the door. That's what we did at my own personal house. Brand new house. I had to do that.
When I decided to have you on my radio show, Cody, I was thinking, what is the best offer that you can bring to my listener? You guys install garage doors, garage door openers, you repair, you maintain. And I was thinking, what is the easiest, quickest, best value? It just came down to these rollers. When you think about all the things that you can do to a garage door, you guys can efficiently, quickly replace the rollers and make a huge difference for just $129. You're also going to give them the garage door tune-up and a 29-point inspection. Just the rollers and the tune-up are $350. The 29-point inspection you're throwing in for free. This is a phenomenal offer. I really appreciate you bringing this to my listeners, and I want everyone who's listening now who wants to get their garage door tuned up and get free rollers. You've got to call now. 702-979-3139. That's 702-979-3139. The phone number again, a little slower, 702-979-3139. Let's talk about the garage door and how people use it today. It goes up and down often, doesn't it?
Oh, it does. Back in the old days when my dad was first showing me, most of the time the customer used their door maybe 2 or 3 times. But what we've been seeing lately is most clients are using the door. It's like the front door of the home. It really is the front door of the home. Most clients are using their door 10 to 15 times or more a day. With that increased usage, it's what's called a cycle. Up once, down once is one cycle. And with the increased usage there, what we're seeing is a lot of times the builder grade parts are breaking down a lot quicker than what it originally would have back in the old days, right? Also, by the way, builder grade stuff, quite frankly, just aren't as good as they used to be. So. But yeah, so one thing that we do one thing that sets us different than most people is that we do have proprietary parts and top end stuff that we can offer you, the clients. We have Max Life rollers, Max Life springs. These things are going to last you 8 to 10 times the life of a normal spring or a normal roller. And we have those on the truck ready to go.
I know you have fully stocked trucks, and that's really important. And the reason why I bring that up is some people will hire a home service company to find out that the person that they hired or a small company they hired to come out wasn't fully prepared. Yes, maybe they're a trained technician. Maybe they're very good at what they do. However, they're not the type of company to be able to fully stock a truck. That usually comes down to being a mature company that's capitalized. You guys have that fully stocked truck. Tell me and my listeners why that's so important, Cody.
Absolutely. So, unfortunately, in our industry, there's a lot of subcontractors, and really that's what's happening. All of our employees, all my colleagues are employees of the company. They're not subcontractors, okay? And, why would a client care, right? Why would a client care? A lot of times in a subcontractor situation, you call a company, they're sending somebody else out to that place. That person was never trained by that company. By us, we actually have our technicians, they're certified. We send them to a training academy. They are certified technicians, and they are trained in the way to do everything safely and to make sure that your garage door is going to be secure and safe. And also they're going to be safe, right? And everybody is background checked. Everybody is drug tested. We have training for, how to handle different situations and different types of garage doors. There's a lot of different ones, believe it or not. And one thing that we also do is the vans that we have, they have full inventory. We can handle about 99% of the stuff that we see every day. We can do right then and there, and it's on the truck. So we're not inconveniencing the client to have them block off another half of a day 3 weeks from now. And so we have most of the stuff on the truck. And that's what really sets us apart. We can do everything generally right now. And isn't that going to be much more convenient for the client?
I would say absolutely. If you've just tuned in to the Check A Pro Radio Show, I am your host, Check A Pro Joe. My expert guest today, Cody Johnson. He is a garage door expert. He has brought to the radio show today a great offer. Only $129 for a garage door tune-up. But on top of that, he's going to give you 10 free rollers. Your garage door has never sounded this good. This is a $350 value for only $129. On top of that, though, he's going to give you a 29-point inspection. You can basically say that's free or included. But you have to call now. When the show started, we had 10 of these offers available to my listeners. Jerry, who's my producer, is talking in my ear, and he says we only have 8. So call now, 702-979-3139. That's 702-979-3139. The phone number again, a little slower, 702-979-3139. If you're driving, we're going to give out the phone number again soon. Cody, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, more about your garage door and how it can sound a whole lot better and how you can save a whole lot of money.
Dennis Prager here. Just go to checkapro.com. You'll find names, phone numbers, affiliations, and license numbers, everything you need to feel confident about hiring a contractor and getting your project done right. Checkapro.com.
A noisy garage door is a cry for help. Hi, I'm Tommy Mello, owner at A1 Garage Door Service. Most repairs are simple, but if left untreated, they can turn into costly repairs. Your garage door works hard every day, and a little maintenance goes a long way. We fix garage doors fast with quality parts designed to last a lifetime. From repairs to upgrades, it's A1 from day one. Call A1 Garage Door Service, and you'll be smiling today.
A1Garage.com, A1 from day one.
Welcome back to the Check A Pro Radio Show. It is so great to have you with us today. My expert guest in the studio is Cody Johnson from A1 Garage Door Service. If you didn't get his phone number, I'm going to give it out right now. 702-979-3139. That's 702-979-3139. The phone number again, a little slower, 702-979-3139. If you're driving, we're going to give out the phone number again soon. And the reason why you're calling is because he has this fantastic offer we've been talking about. So if you've just tuned in, get a load of this. Your garage door is never going to sound better, never be safer, and possibly never look better. For $129, Cody and his team from A1 Garage Door Service is going to give you a 29-point inspection of your garage door. A garage door tune-up and 10 free nylon rollers that will make your garage door roll like a Cadillac in those tracks. Isn't that fair?
That is fair. It's exactly right. You're gonna feel like everything got upgraded, and all we did is just change the rollers and tune it up.
Cody only had 10 of these available, and Jerry, who is our producer here at Check A Pro Radio, says we only have 8 of these left. So you must call now during the program. Here is Cody's number at A1 Garage Door Service. So call now, 702-979-3139. That's 702-979-3139. The phone number again, a little slower, 702-979-3139. The phone number again, 702-979-3139. So, Cody, as I alluded to before the last break, I want to talk about smart technology. It is so cool. I have something called MyQ. You know what that is, of course. You do that a lot for people. You help them with their systems. Let's start there because that's really a big piece of the technology people can take advantage of today with their garage doors.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. We have a bunch of professional openers that we can put in, made by LiftMaster. We can, on all of them, they have nowadays, in the past, maybe not, but nowadays they have a free app, and it's called MyQ. And on the MyQ, when you're at work, you can say, did I close the door? Oh my gosh, I didn't close the door. You open up the app. You don't have to guess anymore. It tells you. It tells you if it's open or closed. Some of their openers even have cameras now. You can actually not just trust the little button that says open or closed. You can actually see because you got the eyeball there, right? The eyeball's there. So, and you can open or close it from your cell phone. When your kids come home from school, you can see them coming through the garage. It can send you alerts. If your door's been open for more than 20 or 30 minutes, it can send you a push notification. To me, that's awesome because I don't know about you, but my kids, oh my gosh, they leave the door open at nighttime. And so I get the push notification and it says, hey, Cody, it's 9 o'clock and your door's still open. And then I can close it. And if I wanted to, I can even make it automatically close after a certain amount of time, the door being open, or let's say, hey, it's 10 at night. If the door's open, go ahead and close it. And this stuff is amazing. They keep upgrading it all the time. Doesn't cost anything extra on the camera. You can even, this is weird, but I did it this Christmas. Okay, this last Christmas, this was great. Got my kids a couple TVs, and I've got a lot of kids. I've got 8 kids. Okay, I got 8 kids.
That's a lot.
So we got to get some TVs. Okay, so but a lot of times, the Amazon driver, they'll just leave it by the front door to get rained on. So I said, you know what? On this app, you can allow Amazon to deliver in the garage. You don't have to. You have to opt in. You have to go through a bunch of different logins to do it. It's a secure way to do it. They just delivered in the garage. So that was awesome because when they delivered, we happened to be at church. So I didn't have to worry about, is it going to get rained on? Is the porch pirates going to steal my stuff? I didn't have to worry about any of that. It was nice and secure inside my garage.
When your technicians go out to the home to do the garage door tune-up for 129 and give the 29-point inspection and install the 10 free rollers, my listeners can talk to your technicians about MyQ.
Absolutely, yes. And if they already have a MyQ opener, ask the technician, see if they can help you set it up. And if you don't have one that has it, well, we have them on the truck. We can usually take care of it right then and there. It's the van. It's basically got 99% of the stuff that you would need for a garage door or an opener.
Fully stocked trucks. I'm glad you had mentioned that. It's so important. There are other companies that might consider you competition, but you may not consider them competition so much because one of the biggest differences, besides the fact you guys are insured, trained technicians, trucks and vans that are new and everything operates well, is you guys are a rolling supply house.
Yeah.
You have virtually everything your technician needs in the van to repair the garage door opener, replace parts, and that is so critical. I'll tell you what's really frustrating to me. When a contractor comes to my home, it could be an HVAC company, plumber, electrician, garage door company, whomever it is, and they diagnose my problem and they say, we'll have to order the part, or we need to go to the supply house. Even worse, I'm going to go down to Home Depot. That's a bad sign right there. You guys can save people so much time because you have everything on the truck.
Absolutely. We invest in our guys, and we invest, in training. Like you said, we have our own training place. We certify them. To your point on the inventory on the vans, the goal of that is we don't want to be an inconvenience to the client, right? They've already blocked off a few hours for us. And if they need something, if at all possible, I will be clear, there are some specialty one-offs, but like I said, 99% of the services that we need to do, we can do right then and there on site. We have the supplies on the truck. That way, you don't have to postpone, waste another half of a day a week from now and have to worry about, well, now I've got to tell my boss I got to miss work again. They're going to think I'm just figuring out how to get out of work, right? You don't have to worry about that anymore. And that's our goal. And earlier you mentioned our goal is how do we differentiate ourselves? How do we show that we are the best garage door solution? A1 Garage is the best solution for the client. And that's what our ultimate goal is. And this is one of the many ways we do it.
The person who founded your company, we don't talk about him all that often. His name is Tommy Mello. He has such passion for garage doors, such passion for helping the customer, such passion for the customer service, such passion for the team members that work with you at A1 Garage Door Service. That's really important when people are making a decision to purchase from you guys.
Absolutely. When times get tough, right? So for me as an employee, when times get tough, I mean, Tommy's there. He's my mentor. I will call him. I'll text him. Sometimes he'll randomly just text me, and it's like, okay, knowing that he cares that much about his colleagues and his team is amazing to me from an employee standpoint, right? I'll tell you, like, I'm in these meetings. He gets after us when we get bad reviews. Like, he will get into us. He's going to coach us up, and that's what he really is. He's like the head coach, if that makes sense. He's going to coach us up. Hey, this is where we failed our client. We got to do better. Now he'll tell us, go reach out to the client. Let's go fix this. Fix it immediately. So he always looks for that. Any way to improve. One of our core values is always improving. I'm just lucky to be here.
I know you love what you do. Like I had mentioned earlier in the program, you work for a fantastic company. I won't work with home service companies who aren't the best at what they do. On the Checo Pro Radio Show, I take things very seriously. And seriously, my good friend Jerry, who's my producer, he's been producing with me now for just about 20 years here on Checo Pro Radio. Cody, he helps us track the calls that are coming in for the offer. And he says there are only 5 left out of the original 10. If you've just tuned in, Cody and I are going to go over the offer that he's brought to the radio program. He has a garage door tune-up and 10 roller offer for $350. He's changed that to a $129 garage door tune-up and get 10 free rollers, and on top of that, a 29-point garage door inspection. Just for $129, that's it. Did I miss anything?
No, you did not. You said bring a strong offer. We did. I can't believe they're almost all gone.
It's phenomenal. So you got to call now. Call A1 Garage Door Service right now. 702-979-3139. That's 702-979-3139. The phone number again, a little slower, 702-979-3139. Once again, Cody's number at A1 Garage Door Service is 702 702-979-3139. That's 702-979-3139. So, Cody, we're about halfway through the program, and we're just about halfway through the offers. It is just a phenomenal deal. When I have you on the program and we talk about these offers, generally we get more people calling than there are. So you've got to call now to make sure you get in. If you don't get in before the end of the program, you're going to miss out. But I will say this. If you can't get through, because so many calls do come in to the customer service department at Cody's company, if you can't get through right now, when you do get through later, tell them you tried.
We'll honor it. Just tell them, look, you heard Check a Pro Joe, you heard Cody on the radio, and we said the offer was $129 for a tune-up and rollers. And we will honor it, especially if we missed your call or we had to put you on hold for a while. Just remind our people on the phone what's going on. We will honor it because we see you tried.
Call right now. There's only 5 of these offers left. So call now, 702-979-3139. That's 702-979-3139. The phone number again, a little slower, 702-979-3139. Cody, it is time for a break.
All right, let's go.
We will be back right after this, but when we come back, I want to talk about your ancestor, C.G. Johnson. All joking aside, I do want to talk about the history of garage doors. It always fascinates me. I think years ago when they first started installing them, they may have thought, this is a fad, but it is so important. We'll be talking about that right after this, right here on the Check a Pro Radio Show. Stand by.
This is the Check a Pro Radio Show.
This is Sebastian Gorka. If you're looking for a quality home service provider, log on to checkapro.com. That's checkapro.com.
One simple thing that you could do to keep bugs and pests from entering your garage is to replace the bottom rubber. Hi, I'm Tommy Mello here from A1 Garage Door Service. Replacing the bottom rubbers of your garage door can have a huge impact on the number of bugs you see in your garage and in your home. As the weather starts to warm up, keep the pests outside by calling A1 Garage Door Service. For quality service and repairs, call A1 Garage Door Service today.
A1Garage.com. A1 from day one.
Back here on the Check a Pro Radio Show, I am Check a Pro Joe. I love what I do. I help you, the homeowner, get matched up with pre-qualified home service professionals, and I've got one of those in the studio today. His name is Cody Johnson. He is our garage door expert on Check a Pro Radio. Cody, welcome back to the show.
Well, thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
It is so great to have you here. We're going to talk about enhanced curb appeal in terms of garage doors in a moment, as well as improved energy efficiency. But before we do that, I want to get back to this offer you have brought. Only $129 for a garage door tune-up and 10 free rollers. Your garage door will never sound better, never operate better by getting it tuned up and getting the 10 free rollers for just $129, ordinarily $350. Only 4 of these left. You must call now. 702-979-3139. That's 702-979-3139. And Cody, of course, on top of that, for the $129, you're going to throw in a 29-point inspection. What are some of the things you guys are going to inspect?
Yeah, so what we're going to inspect is we're going to check out like the hinges, the cables. The cables are like the tendon. It spreads the strength out from the springs. So the springs are like the muscle of the garage door. A lot of people may not realize this, but most garage doors, they could be 150 to the heaviest one I've personally seen is just shy of 1,000 pounds. But when the door is is on the ground, and the door should weigh no more than 5 pounds. Believe it or not, it should weigh no more than 5 pounds. So the heaviest one that I've seen lately, other than like a broken spring scenario, I've seen one that's 95 pounds on the ground. How is my mom going to lift up the garage door when the power goes out and the door is 95 pounds? What we've seen before is when that happens, the opener is going to get torn up, the door is going to get torn up, but more importantly, the opener on that particular one that the door was 95 pounds on the ground, the opener's forces were at full blast. And so most people may not realize this. I hope they do realize it. They should. You have safeties built into openers. You have photo eyes at the bottom, about 6 inches off the ground, but you also have an up force and down force. Like, hey, how hard am I going to put pressure on you before I stop? And when it's at full blast, that is a massive safety issue. We've got kids, we've got people walking underneath the garage door. You've got your vehicles underneath garage doors. If it's at full blast, somebody can get massively hurt or it can do massive damage. The whole goal is to find out if there's any safety or security concerns. If it is, bring it to the attention of the client, and hopefully there's no issues, and that'd be great.
Call now to get your free 29-point inspection. You'll get the 29-point inspection for your garage door free when you get your 129 garage door tune-up. And on top of that, you're going to get 10 free rollers, nylon rollers. Your garage door will never sound better, will never operate better. A $350 value for only $129. Only a handful of my listeners will get it. Call now. 702-979-3139. That's 702-979-3139. The phone number again, a little slower, 702-979-3139. Cody, let's talk about the enhanced curb appeal. You can do so many things to a garage door to enhance the curb appeal. Everyone, just picture your garage without a garage door. Now you can make it over by putting a new garage door on. It can have different panels. It can have different texture. It could be an insulated door. It could be an overlaid door. It has different colors. You can put hardware on it. What have I missed?
You forgot the glass. You
The
can
glass.
have windows, and you can have, like, when you said different type of textures, we of course, most garage doors are made of steel now. Most people think it's aluminum, Coke can type stuff, but most garage doors are steel, but some are wood overlays. You can have what's called a full view aluminum door, really thick gauge aluminum rails with beautiful windows in there. You can have frosted glass. You think it, you can almost get it made. You really can. Our vendors, our partners that make these garage doors, they're the best in the world at what they do, and it's a blessing to have them as our partners.
Garage doors are sexy.
I like the way you said that.
Yeah, and the reason why I say that is garage doors are not just for the garage anymore. Maybe it's my imagination, but I've been to a number of restaurants and bars where they're putting garage doors in. All of a sudden, the inside's the outside, the outside's the inside. These are often like a full glass door. Tell me about that. It's really a thing. Like, garage doors are not just for the home anymore. They're popular everywhere.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Like we were discussing earlier, you can get just about any type of garage door, any type of look that you're looking for. And we've seen them at restaurants. We've seen them at bars. And also, don't forget, it also secures everything too, right? And the whole goal is they want to open it up. You open the environment up. In the evening hours when it's time to shut down, you still got to secure everything. And the garage door, it's a moving wall. I love it. I really love it. It's kind of weird. I like garage doors.
And we're going to be talking about increased home security in a moment. But before we do that, I want to talk about improved energy efficiency. A lot of people have what I call a builder grade door. That's okay. Relatively secure. Covers the door. It keeps your belongings inside and so forth. But you can really improve the efficiency with insulated doors.
Absolutely. Yes. I mean, like, I don't want my mom to have a builder grade anything, to be honest with you. You know, a lot of times it's just a basic builder pan door or very little thin insulation. Some of the stuff that we can get our hands on nowadays, it's a stronger gauge metal on the outside. There are different types of insulation levels and different thicknesses, so it increases your insulation level, and then steel on the inside. So it's like double layered steel. So the door is much more rigid and much stronger. It's a noise deadener. So if you have kind of a busy street and there's a lot of noise penetrating the house, you can get a better insulated steel back door, and that's going to help quiet it down, help reduce it. On top of that, the type of hardware that you can put on it. So it's really not just a garage door. It's a system, Joe. It's a whole system that works together, and you can put top-end rollers. We have Max Life rollers, and they're awesome. They're red rollers, and they got I'm gonna nerd out just a little bit here, but these awesome bearings in there and 7-inch stems. You can get really some special stuff. Our springs are proprietary to us. They're Max Life springs, and they're gonna last over 80,000 cycles, guaranteed on the parts for life. And when you do the whole system like that, it is going to be smooth and quiet, strong and long lasting.
It reminds me of when I was a kid back in the 80s. We'd buy the skateboard and then change out the wheels, the rollers, basically. Yeah. They're very similar. They have ball bearings, and on your garage door, they're called rollers. They're basically little wheels that allow that big door, that big moving piece, to move. But you want them to move quietly and smoothly. And the smoother the rollers, the better. And these nylon rollers are fantastic. Why don't you get 10 free ones today by calling 702-979-3139. That's 702-979-3139. And when you call, for $129, you're going to get your garage door tuned up. You're going to get 10 free rollers. And on top of that, Cody is offering a 29-point inspection on your garage door system. You've got to call right now. 702-979-3139. That's 702-979-3139. We only have a few of these left. So once again, here is the phone number. 702-979-3139. Cody, before we go to break, let's talk about home security. The better the garage door, the more solid it is, the more secure your home's going to be. We talked about builder-grade doors. Now, you know much more about garage doors than I do, but my impression is I'm more likely to get into someone's garage and then potentially their home by penetrating a door that's a builder-grade door with a tool, maybe a vehicle, than I would be a heavier insulated door. Is that true?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Unfortunately, some of the builder grade doors, all you do is just the wind blows right and it's already bent in, right? So the stronger and more rigid the garage door, the better the insulation level, the harder it is to get through them.
Absolutely. You've been to my home and you know I've got what I call heavy duty doors. It does require a different type of spring tension. It requires pretty much the same maintenance. Anyone can get the doors I have, which are insulated doors with glass windows in them, double pane. They're very efficient doors. But I'll tell you, when my wife and I decided to go with these, what I call heavy-duty doors, not so much that they were insulated, but because they're insulated, they ride on the tracks better, kind of like a Cadillac. Great rollers, nylon rollers, the ones we're talking about. When the door moves, because it's got two sides to it with insulation in the middle, it's got a back to it, it's not hollow. It is so quiet. And that's what I love most about it. It is substantial. It's kind of like a big, heavy vehicle versus a lighter one.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So like on the like the basic builder pan door, when you open the door, it shakes a lot, right? Because it's a little bit lighter, but also you're hearing all the crinkling and popping from the metal. It's oil canning, and as the door moves, that metal's flexing. What's eventually going to happen when that metal flexes is it's going to crack. It's flexing, it's shaking a lot, it's just making a lot of noise. And eventually it's going to get torn up, and we all know that's going to happen eventually. So the whole goal is let's get this thing working as smooth as possible.
Call now to get your 29-point inspection, your free 10 rollers, all for $129 with your garage door tune-up. Once again, $129 for a garage door tune-up, ordinarily $350. You're going to get 10 free rollers and a 29-point garage door inspection. So call now, 702-979-3139. That's 702-979-3139. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to be talking about smart home integration.
All right.
That's fun stuff. That's coming up next right here on Checker Pro Radio. Stand by.
If you want to get a home improvement project done, but you don't know who to call, I can help. This is Dave Ramsey. Don't call. Log on to checkapro.com.
Most people don't think about their garage door until it stops working. Hi, I'm Tommy Mello. Your garage door works hard every day, and a little maintenance goes a long way. At A1 Garage Door Service, our monthly service plan will keep your garage door running smoothly so you never have to deal with a broken garage door. It's simple, it's smart, and it saves you time and costly repairs. From repairs to upgrades, it's A1 from day one. Call A1 Garage Door Service, and you'll be smiling today.
A1 from day one.
So, Cody, the technology, like you were talking about before the break, is huge today. I have the MyQ system, and I do have it programmed where if I forget to put my garage doors down at night, they're both programmed to go down by 10 o'clock or at 10 o'clock. And it doesn't matter if there's a time change or if the sun's up or down, right? It says 10 o'clock. That's the rule. Here's what's really cool about it, everybody. It just doesn't go down. It actually warns you.
Yes.
So it kind of beeps. It goes beep, beep, beep. I think the lights flash too.
Yep. It does.
So it kind of gives you a warning, kind of like a truck backing up, beep, beep, beep. And then after about 10 seconds or so, it engages and goes down safely because the photo eyes still work in that case. And so would the reverse if it hit something.
Absolutely. And nowadays on the MyQ app, if there is a safety infraction, it will come back up and you'll get an error on your phone. You don't have to guess anymore. It'll say, it didn't close, safety problem, and you click on it and it tells you what it thinks is going on. It's really amazing.
It never fails. It's not one of those things where, well, I got this new techie thing and I'm always having to update software or the app doesn't work. I've not had a problem with this thing, and I'm not a super technical guy. I think it's great. It doesn't cost much at all. I mean, I don't even think there's a big cost difference when you buy a MyQ product or a regular opener. I mean, I didn't think it was a big difference.
Well, all the LiftMaster openers we have it built in. So that, yes, if it's a LiftMaster opener, it has it built in. It's how they are now.
So it's like buying a car today with air conditioning. Years ago, you could actually buy a car without AC.
Well, that was I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah. And also electric windows. And they all came with just AM radio. So there you go. Which is fine, though, because many people are listening to us on AM radio now. So there you go.
There you go. That's right.
Cody's phone number is 702-979-3139. And the reason why you're calling Cody at A1 Garage Door Service today is to take advantage of the offer he has brought. Jerry, my producer, tells me we only have 2 of these left, Cody. So you must call now. Here's the phone number. 702-979-3139. That's 702-979-3139. The phone number again, a little slower, 702-979-3139. Just tuned in? What are you calling for? Aha! It is a garage door tune-up. You'll get 10 free rollers, brand new nylon rollers. This is ordinarily a $350 value. Today, it's only $129, only 2 of these left. And on top of that, Cody from A1 Garage Door Service is throwing in a 29-point garage door inspection, where you'll be inspecting things such as the spring and the weight of that door. How does that work?
It's a safety check, right? That's what we're going to be doing. On the springs, we're going to inspect the age of it if we can tell. Sometimes there's a date code on there, and we can alert you. So if you have 20-year-old springs, you're going to be aware you have 20-year-old springs, okay? In most cases nowadays, earlier in the show, we were talking about the usage just skyrocketing, right? You know, a lot of people are using their door 10 times a day or more. Like my family, it's a lot more, okay? So, you know, we're going to inspect the 3-point balance. When you close the door, it should stay down. When you open it halfway, it should stay halfway. It shouldn't slam down. It shouldn't fly up. And then when you open it all the way, it should stay in the up position. So that's kind of the 3-point balance test. Getting a little technical there. The other thing we do is we actually put the door on a scale, and we would say, what's the weight of the door when nothing's touching it? What's the weight of the door when it sits down? Do you know what it should be under? Do you know?
Under 5.
Under 5 pounds. Oh, you remember. There you go. Trained them well. Sometimes we've seen it where it's 10, 20, 30, 50 pounds, which means your opener's working 2 or 10 times as hard as it should, which is it's not very good to, for your motor unit. The safeties aren't going to work as well as it's supposed to. So in those cases, we'll present it to the client and show them what's going on. And if there's some options for them, we'll alert them to it. On the springs, though, go back to the cycles, right? The usage. Nowadays, we're seeing a lot of springs breaking that 2 to 4 range because they're builder basic stuff, right? So what really kind of sets us apart, other than everything else we do, hopefully the client sees that, is we do have different types of grades of springs. On our vans, we have different grades of springs. We even have a proprietary one that's called Max Life springs. If they break while you own the house, the parts are guaranteed for life. But also, it's not just the same basic spring and say, I hope they move. That's not how we work. Instead of being rated for like 10,000 cycles, up and down is one cycle, it's rated for, on average, over 80,000 cycles. And they're beautiful. Usually they're red unless they have to be custom, but usually they're powder coated red. They're just amazing. Every once in a while there's a custom one for a client that might be black, but most of the time on our Max Life springs, they're awesome. I love them. I put them in my mom's house. They're on my house. I love it.
You love what you do. The passion.
Can you tell?
It's incredible. And I love having a Checker Pro pre-qualified contractor here in the studio, because just about everybody who I work with on the home service side love what they do. I think it's fantastic. Before we wrap up the show, I'm going to give Cody's phone number out again. Here it is. 702-979-3139. That's 702-979-3139. 702-979-3139. All right, Jerry, my producer, says we only have one more offer left on this garage door tune-up. Let's go through this one more time, Cody. Ordinarily $350 for a garage door tune-up with 10 rollers. Today, only $129 for the garage door tune-up. You're going to throw in 10 free rollers just for $129. But wait, there's more. A 29-point garage door inspection for free.
Yes. And if you want a door quote, we can come out and show you the whole entire catalog of options, for lack of better words. And on door quotes, we do free door quotes. Just ask our people that when you call in, sometimes you'll get Rose. If you get Rose or Rihanna, tell them I said hi, okay? Maybe you get Alec. We got quite a few team members there, but tell them Cody said hi if you could. Yes, if you want a door quote, you just tell them and they'll get it in there. If for some reason there's a misunderstanding, just remind them what we told you here. They'll honor what we said.
We also talked about garage door openers and MyQ. Anything for your garage door in terms of service, repair, or replacement. It's A1 from day one, A1 Garage Door Service, and Cody's phone number is 702-979-3139. That's 702-979-3139. The phone number again, a little slower, 702-979-3139. Cody, as always, I appreciate your time. Thank you for educating my listeners and me on garage doors. But more than that, thank you for the offer today, $129. Only $129 for the garage door tune-up, and throwing in 10 free rollers, ordinarily $350, and then the 29-point inspection for free.
Yes. Well, thank you for having me. And I hope we can make everybody's home smile that much bigger now.
It's been fantastic. If you weren't able to call into the program today, don't worry about it. Put Cody's phone number in your phone when you need anything for your garage door. Remember, A1 from
Day One.
Thank you, Cody. We'll see you next time, buddy.
Thank you.
This is the Check a Pro radio show.
Dennis Prager here. Just go to checkapro.com. You'll find names, phone numbers, affiliations, and license numbers, everything you need to feel confident about hiring a contractor and getting your project done right. Checkapro.com.
A noisy garage door is a cry for help. Hi, I'm Tommy Mello, owner at A1 Garage Door Service. Most repairs are simple, but if left untreated, they can turn into costly repairs. Your garage door works hard every day, and a little maintenance goes a long way. We fix garage doors fast with quality parts designed to last a lifetime. From repairs to upgrades, it's A1 from day one. Call A1 Garage Door Service, and you'll be smiling today.
A1Garage.com.